The massive obsidian hull of the EDS Thunderchild gleamed against the backdrop of distant stars as it approached the boundary of the Orion Arm. Captain James Reed stood on the bridge, his weathered face illuminated by the soft blue glow of tactical displays. Humanity's flagship, their first true interstellar battleship, represented everything mankind had accomplished in the century since first contact. "Status report," Reed commanded, his voice calm despite the tension vibrating through the vessel. Lieutenant Davis glanced up from her console. 17 Vexari warships holding position at coordinates 227 Mark IV. "They're maintaining their blockade, sir." Reed nodded grimly. The Vexari Dominion had established their blockade 3 months ago, cutting off Earth's colonies from vital supply routes. The alien coalition had expected humanity to cower, to negotiate from a position of weakness. They didn't understand humans yet. "All hands to battle stations," Reed ordered. "Weapons hot, but hold fire until my command." The Thunderchild was humanity's secret, developed in the asteroid shipyards of Sears, hidden from prying eyes and orbital scans. While diplomatic envoys stalled with endless negotiations, Earth had poured its resources into building a vessel unlike anything the galaxy had seen. Incoming transmission from the Vexari flagship, Communications Officer Taylor announced. The main view screen flickered to life, revealing High Admiral Krell of the Vexari Dominion. His gray-scaled skin and multiple eye stalks twitched with barely contained contempt. "Human vessel," Krell hissed, "you violate sovereign Dominion space. Your primitive craft is no match for our armada. Retreat immediately or be destroyed." Reed stepped forward, shoulders squared. "This is Captain James Reed of the Earth defense ship Thunderchild. Your blockade violates 3 separate provisions of the Galactic Accord. We are here to ensure free passage for all civilian vessels. You have 1 opportunity to withdraw." Krell's translator couldn't quite capture his barking laugh. "Your species' arrogance exceeds your intelligence. 1 ship against 17, observe the consequences of your foolishness." The transmission cut. Immediately, the tactical display lit up as multiple Vexari vessels broke formation, moving to surround the Thunderchild. "They're charging weapons," Lieutenant Davis reported. Reed's expression remained unchanged. "Deploy kinetic shields. Activate the AGI system." The bridge crew worked with practiced efficiency. Humanity had studied alien technology for decades, learning their strengths and weaknesses. The Vexari relied on energy weapons, plasma cannons, and particle beams that could slice through conventional defenses. But the Thunderchild wasn't conventional. AGI's system online, the ship's AI announced. Kinetic absorption matrix at full capacity. The first volley from the Vexari fleet struck the Thunderchild in a blinding flash of energy. Crew members braced themselves, but the expected impact never came. Instead, the ship's innovative shield system captured the incoming energy, converting it into usable power. "Shield integrity at 112%, Davis reported, unable to keep the amazement from her voice. "Power reserves increasing." The Vexari ships paused, clearly confused by the ineffectiveness of their attack. "They're recalibrating weapons," Tactical Officer Wilson reported, "adjusting frequencies to bypass our shields." Reed nodded. "As expected. Let them waste their energy." He turned to Wilson. "Target their lead vessel. Railgun only. Let's not reveal all our capabilities at once." The Thunderchild's main railgun, a magnetically accelerated weapon capable of launching projectiles at a significant fraction of light speed, rotated into position. Unlike energy weapons, physical projectiles couldn't be easily deflected by the Vexari's defensive systems. "Firing solution locked," Wilson confirmed. "Fire." The Thunderchild shuddered slightly as the railgun discharged. There was no beam, no visible projectile, just a near-instantaneous impact as the tungsten carbide slug struck the Vexari flagship. The alien vessel's shields flared and collapsed, and the projectile continued through the ship's command section, leaving a perfect hole. Silence fell over the bridge as they watched the crippled Vexari vessel drift, its lights flickering and dying. "1 shot," Davis whispered. Reed turned to communications. "Broadcast on all frequencies." Taylor nodded, opening the channel. "This is Captain Reed. As you can see, The Thunderchild is not a diplomatic vessel. We came prepared for this confrontation. Your lead ship has been disabled with conventional weaponry. We have not yet deployed our main armaments. Reed paused, letting the implications sink in. Humanity wishes peace with all species, but we will not be intimidated. End your blockade now, or we will be forced to demonstrate the full capabilities of this vessel. The remaining Vixeri ships held position, weapons still charged, but no longer firing. After 30 tense seconds, a new transmission came through. Admiral Krell was gone, replaced by a lower-ranking officer whose posture conveyed unmistakable fear. We request a cessation of hostilities to discuss terms, the Vexeri officer stated. Reed allowed himself a small smile, a wise decision. We'll send coordinates for a neutral meeting ground. As the transmission ended, the bridge crew maintained their professional demeanor, but the atmosphere had shifted. Pride mingled with relief. Stand down from combat alert, Reed ordered. Maintain defensive posture. Lieutenant Davis approached the captain as the crew returned to normal operations. Sir, they had no idea what they were facing, did they? Reed shook his head. The galaxy has underestimated humanity from the beginning. They see our peaceful overtures as weakness. They mistake our patience for fear. He gazed at the disabled Vexeri flagship on the view screen. Today they learned an important lesson about Earth. We build our ships like we've built our civilization, not just to survive conflicts, but to end them decisively. Davis nodded. And the Thunderchild is just the first of its class. Indeed, Reed confirmed, the first of many. Humanity's place among the stars is secure, not because we seek dominance, but because we refuse to accept subjugation. As the Vexeri fleet began withdrawing from their blockade positions, Reed knew the message would spread quickly through the galactic community. Humanity had arrived on the interstellar stage not as supplicants, but as equals. And the Thunderchild had made that statement in a language every species understood.